Not fucking true. Whatso-fucking-ever. That's not even correct! What?
Operation Win.
What the fuck are you? I am so fucking good at predicting what this moron is going to say! Literally never even happened, but shut the fuck up. I'm going to punch a wall. Please, someone stop me. Okay.
Another company that has a kink for mistakes is Ubisoft. Now, recently...
Not wrong. Besides Siege, and even Siege to some extent, they do a lot of mistakes.
Ubisoft has been mediocre at best. But that's not what the mistake I want to mention.
Far Cry 6 wasn't that bad though. I actually think Far Cry 6 was a bit underrated. It was I enjoyed it. It doesn't have good replayability and could certainly be better, but it wasn't nearly as bad as people made it out to be on launch.
It's about how they progress.
Yeah, Watch Dogs was bad though. Legion was bad. Like I'm not gonna you know I am gonna be completely honest with what I think. Watch Dogs Legion was ass. Far Cry 6 was underrated.
Call it progressed throughout the years with their competitive shooter, Rainbow Six Siege. Siege is currently in its 27th operation. To avoid confusion, an operation is basically a fancy word for season.
Yeah.
The game was really fun, fast-paced, and also intuitive, taking the settled 5v5 game standard we have seen in titles like Call of Duty and in Counter-Strike.
Operation Red Crow was one of, like, in terms of like meta, one of the worst fucking seasons ever, because everyone was literally just pure run and gun, and there was no real way to like punish it, which obviously was improved in the next season. Velvet Shell, like Mira and Jackal improved it a lot, but this season's meta was dog shit.
In a more tactical environment.
And you'll see very clearly why he has that kind of a stance.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be like one of those like ACOG 3-speed Andys.
Perfect. But by it being in year 1, you could tell that things like the saturation of the outside, hitbox issues, and smaller aspects like the unpolished movement when vaulting were definitely things that needed to be fixed in the upcoming updates.
It's some like a video going through like how good games go bad, and he's using Siege as an example.
Skipping 2 years later, we arrive in the best season Rainbow has ever seen.
That is not fucking true whatso-fucking-ever. What in the fuck face are you talking about?
You'll see what. And
this was
like reasoning
the worst in terms of cheating. It was absolutely fucking horrendous. It was followed by Lion and Finca, which, you know, like, the meta was there and it was horrible. And it's like, what? Does it mean statistics-wise? If it means statistics-wise, that's fair. But this was the season where I literally quit because of how unplayable the game was. Lion Finca was the season before here. This is Maestro and Alibi. This season was unplayable. Dude, I can't believe that. And there's no way they would even say that this is the best season ever. If anything, like... he uses Red Crow as a... Oh my god, okay.
Parabellum. In the 5 skipped operations, we had one entirely dedicated to fixing issues in the game. Operation Health, which fixed almost all the issues the game had. Parabellum introduced us to a fun new map called Villa.
Wait! That's not even correct! It's...
popular to this day. And like every season before, we got 2 new operators. This time, because of the previous season, we got 2 defenders. Maestro, a slower operator with the first light machine gun on defense, not to mention a magnified scope, and also...
Well, actually, technically, Tajanka actually had an LMG on defense the whole time, just as his gadget.
Also not to mention bulletproof cameras that can tase people to death, and Alibi, a speedy operator with a faster shooting, lower damage gun, and an ability that spawns fake versions of her. And also not to mention, both of them had an alternative weapon, which was basically a drum mag fully automatic shotgun. What not to like about it?
The fact that it literally broke the game by making it lag.
Additionally, they also
and the fact that it was actually like kind of unusable. Like it wasn't even that good. It was a meme weapon, yeah.
worked the map Clubhouse, which was
Yeah, the LMG was busted too.
previously kind of meh,
this fix was
and
really
turned
nice
it
as
into
well,
Previously kind of meh, it was fucking dog shit.
one of their best maps even 4 years later. They also introduced a system that still shines to this day, which is the operator pick and ban system. All these changes were awesome and only reinforced the direction that players wanted the game to go. Unfortunately, 3 months later,
Wait, I like that he used...
that players wanted the operator pick
I like how he used Cav as an example. That says more about him than anything
and ban
else.
system. All these changes
He made that custom graphic and he put Cav as an oppressive operator.
were awesome and only reinforced the direction that players wanted the game to go. Unfortunately, 3 months later, we move on to Operation Grim Sky. Grim Sky wasn't a bad season, but you could tell just looking at the patch notes that Ubisoft started to push the game into a different direction. Out of the 2 operators added, one of them is called Clash. This
We know exactly what kind of bozo this is.
Didn't they change how Rico
We know
works as well?
exactly who this bozo is.
bald angry woman, by the way, perfectly represents
Grim Sky was great. I enjoyed Grim Sky a shit ton. It wasn't the best season ever, but it wasn't bad.
my emotions towards Ubisoft. Clash was different. She was a defender with her main weapon to be a shield. She was made to stand in door frames or in open rooms.
The map was
shocking
ass
the
though. Still better than Old Hereford. But yeah, it's not great.
opponents with her shield to slow them down. She also had a
Oh,
gun
no, I
as a
don't like
secondary,
thinking. I
but
just
she
want
could
to
only
rush
use it when she unequipped her shield.
cannot
Not
click
to mention
Clash
the gun
heads.
choices
Shut down!
Clearly.
I'm listening.
were dirt poor. It doesn't take a genius to understand that playing as or playing against Clash just isn't fun. This bald woman
Get good.
wasn't Parabellum Siege. Clash started something, and
Fucking Alibi was kind of dog shit when she came in. She wasn't that strong. The only way she's become strong now, like 2 years ago, Alibi was never played. Everyone thought she was ass. They literally made her good by just giving her a 1.5. Like Alibi has been like unplayable in at least in competitively for a while.
A few times as well.
Yeah, but before that, nobody fucking played her. But yeah, now we're in the TDM meta, so she gets played.
the players felt it coming. Anyway, the season was by all means still enjoyable, and Clash was banned most of the time anyway. Moving on to the next season, we get the next step in the wrong direction.
What?
Operation Wind.
What the fuck are you talking? I mean, if he wants to say like the skins, sure, yeah, the Wind Bastion uniforms were bad, but Nomad was a fantastic fucking addition to the game, and Kaid as well. Hold up, let me explain. Who let this
Bastion.
motherfucker cook?
This operation still haunts the community to this day. Allow me to explain.
No,
For
it
the mistakes
doesn't.
in this season, we can't only blame Ubisoft, but also the players who exploited the game. Not exploiting by being a cheater, that is a horrible pest that happens around year 6, and by the way is still an issue in year 7, but exploiting with skins. See, in every
Maybe that was a
season,
Clash
Ubisoft releases a bundle with camouflage-themed skins. In Operation Wind Bastion, they also got
It's a prime example of an
This
Asher
is what they
main.
look like.
Here's the thing. This guy is a surface Andy. He just see the like this issue, like he hears about issues on the surface and stuff, but it's obvious that this guy has not played the game. If anything, he's played it extremely casual and has followed things on like the Reddit or Twitter. This is not a person who has fucking played the game.
Here comes the issue.
Actively,
Can
at
you
least.
spot the enemy?
Yes,
Here she is.
there.
How about now?
Wow,
Did you, by the way,
there's
also
4
notice
of
the
them.
4th guy?
Yes.
Alright, one more. How about now? Okay, I'm just taking the piss now, but you see the issue.
No.
They made skins that basically turn you invisible when playing on half the maps in the game. The community immediately responded that they hated it, and that it ruined the first-person shooter aspect of the game, and turned every match into a hide-and-seek game. Now, as opposed to Valve, Ubisoft actually responded relatively quickly. It only took 3 months of crying for them to respond. Their
Yeah.
response was that it's now banned in Pro League. Great news for the 60 people that are playing professionally. But how about the hundreds of thousands of players?
This guy is literally just regurgitating like Reddit issues, and he's gonna be one of those bozos that are like blaming Pro League for ruining the game. This guy is a fucking Redditor. This guy is 100% a Redditor.
That aren't in Pro League. See, this is the issue with Ubisoft. They only care about 2 things: esports and money.
I am so fucking good at predicting what this moron is going to say! What? A corporation that wants to continue doing business? Wants to make money? What? A competitive game needs to be balanced? What?
In the following 2 years, they continued to release and allow these overpriced broken skins to terrorize the gaming community and made big buck from selling them. If that was the only mistake they made, that would not be too bad. But let me explain how they balance their guns and their characters. Let's say you have 2 playable characters to choose from. One does 50 damage per hit and is really fun to play because he's fast. And the other one does 30 damage and aside from being bad, is also super slow and in general a chunky character. Obviously, this isn't very balanced. And everyone who likes to have a good time will end up playing the fun and better character A. The balancing team of this game knows that people love character A. And not just because of the damage, but because it...
Oh no, he's got... Okay, prediction. The argument here is like, oh, if you're doing balancing, instead of making the good characters shit, why don't you just buff the bad ones? Well, maybe because if you have 1 operator that's too strong, but 90 operators that aren't as strong as the 1 operator, then it's just 1, it's easier, and 2, you have to spend less resources putting the 1 guy that's clearly overperforming in line than it is to buff 90 ones without fucking something up. It's not fucking rocket science. On the opposite hand, if there are 90 ones that are good, and there's 1 guy that's clearly below everyone else, Grim, then he's in a position to get buffed instead, which is exactly what they're fucking doing. It's such a moronic take.
It just feels fun to play.
He's literally just regurgitating Reddit arguments. It's so fucking annoying.
The perfectly normal balancing team rationalizes and says, okay, let's nerf character A to do 40 damage. And leave everything else about him untouched. Also buff character B to 40 damage per hit, and to make something so he's fun to play as well. Problem solved. Now
that's literally what they're doing.
we have Ubisoft's balancing team. See, Ubisoft's balancing team likes to play golf, and just like in golf, they want to reach their goal with the least numbers of steps taken. And they do this. They nerf character A's movement speed to super slow, so the character no longer feels responsive like character B, nerf the damage from 50 to 30, and call it a day.
Literally never even happened, but shut the fuck up.
They ruined the overpowered fun character to the same level as the underpowered boring character.
Literally never.
This is balanced on paper, but what they truly did is make everyone's favorite character as bad as the other one. So they are both...
No, they made the character fucking balanced.
Both equally bad, and both aren't fun to...
The only reason people find character A fun is because it inflates their fucking ego, because they can play an operator that literally plays the game for them, right? And yeah, it's fun when you do well, but when you actually have to like play the game in order to do well, people don't like that, because they have a bunch of characters that are fucking playing the game for you, right? You could just play fucking Ella Capcan and it plays the game for you. Of course that's fun, but it's not fucking balanced, you fucking moron.
To play. This is Ubisoft's idea of balancing their guns and operators. They have a fun character called IQ. She's fast, has fun guns, has 2 explosive grenades to destroy utility with, but unfortunately also has a basically useless ability.
I'm going to punch a wall. Please, someone stop me. Someone stop me.
I mean,
Yet IQ's pick rate is above average. I mean, it's
what was the part that you just watched? Bikini?
Everyone would rather play a faster character rather than a slower one. Now, Mr. Balancer, what would you do? Would you change everyone to be more like IQ, which the players love, but requires considerable effort? Or B, Nerf IQ to be more
Just
like the
change
underpicked
everyone.
rat.
Nerf IQ to be like everyone else.
That's another hole in one for Ubisoft. Nerfed. Next season, we have another fast and fun character overpicked. Unacceptable.
I swear to God, if he's a withstandy,
Just make everyone a free
I am
seats,
going to commit
proposals.
tax fraud. If he's a withstandy, I'm going to commit tax fraud.
Goodbye, Sophia. Now we have Buck. Sledge. Everyone's favorite defender.
Jagger was one of the most broken defenders we've ever had. Right, he didn't feel oppressive, but that doesn't mean he's not fucking OP.
Continue this for a couple more years for
Oh
a
my God,
solid
this
K
guy
foundation.
is so fucking
And as a
stupid.
cherry on top, in one of the recent operations, they removed all the fun magnified scopes from basically anyone who has a pick rate that isn't negative. And voila! You ruined every character in your game and made everyone equally weak and slow.
See, remove
balanced
the
as
remove the
eco
3
Kimura.
words at the end, right? Remove the 3 words at the end. You made everyone equal. That's called balancing. The game is the most balanced it's ever been. It's in such a good fucking state right now. They've clearly succeeded with their balancing. It clearly fucking works. It's so dumb.
And to say cherry on top, when they suddenly remade all the recoil patterns for every gun, like Ubisoft does, they absolutely demolished the recoil of all the popular guns. Boom! Now it's the perfect game, where everyone's weak, very monotone to play, and the passionate player base despises you for nerfing their main agent for a solid 3 years in a row.
This guy doesn't play
But
the game.
we aren't done yet, folks. We are talking about Ubisoft here after all. As a cherry on top, in the newest season when ADS'd, you are now as slow as the slowest operators in the game.
This is a
no
great
matter your
change.
character's base speed.
This literally helps make 1 speeds feel much more attractive and nerfs the 3 speeds that have been overplayed for fucking years. This was a great change. This is a great change. Like, yeah, there's some, like, fucking movement kids that despise it, but fuck them. They're fucking dog shit.
They successfully turned Siege from a first-person shooter with hero elements to a tactical game with shooter elements.
That's literally the fucking purpose of the game. It's supposed to be a tactical game with FPS elements. That's the fucking point.
The players who started playing the game anywhere before year 3, and to remind you we are now approaching year 8, witnessed their favorite fast-paced tactical shooter transition into a chess-like tactical game. It's now all about what ability to pick to counter the enemy's utility.
I'm going to punch an infant. That's the game! The game! You're supposed to care about what fucking gadgets you bring. You're supposed to use your brain. That's the game! If you don't like it, then you don't play it. It's as simple as that. But the game is fucking awesome. Like, this is how it's supposed to be played. You're supposed to fucking use your brain and think about what you're bringing to the table. That's what makes it awesome. You're not supposed to rush B, bro. That's not the game. If that's what you want, then there are multiple games that fulfill that niche for you, right? Oh my god.
Rather than playing one of the characters we just like to play. And why? Because of their vision for esports. When balancing things, they more often than not look at the pro scene of their game.
No! No, they fucking don't. Literally, the entire fucking pro scene is screaming at the casual player base for getting what they want. This is such a Reddit fucking take. It's like, dude, ask any fucking pro player, right? Any fucking pro player if they just get what they want. Not a single one of them will say they do. Not a single one will say they like it. Right? Most of them are fucking have the same shitty fucking Reddit takes that you do. Oh my god.
And
literally, when I got the Bust ACOG, 90% of the fucking pro community was molding like, oh, he gets what he wants, but we don't? Like, this is fucking moronic.
The high-ranked casual players. Their goal for the game is to be a game like Ready or Not. where you have to carefully play together to clear the building. And
That's not a bad thing. That
you can even notice that vision back when they showed the game at E3. All the players played slow, closely together, and
What? Wait, Ubisoft are trying to enforce the initial vision of the game? Wow, how dare they? How dare they try to make the game what it's supposed to be? Wow. That's the fucking point. Oh my god. And you know what the worst part is? Like, in another script of this video, he would have probably used this as an example of when the game was good. And now he's saying that this is somehow bad, that they're trying to enforce this vision.
extremely tactical. Ubisoft's wet dream. Unfortunately for Ubisoft, it's not about what they want, it's about what the majority of the player base wants. They crave the—
Yes, the majority of the people that actually play proper Siege want this. Just because some fucking movement kids are pissed about it doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong.
faster-paced game they had in Parabellum, not the chess.org game that Ubisoft imagines.
It's their fucking product. They're gonna make the vision that they want to make. We can't just listen to a bunch of screaming kids all the time, then every single game would be fucking Fortnite.
We like Fortnite, we like
Valve
Fortnite.
simply didn't communicate with their Team Fortress 2 players. But Ubisoft did worse by forcing their own view onto their frustrated players. If you are brand new to Siege, it's not weird that you'll like it, or even have it as your go-to game. That is completely understandable.
Because they've designed it for a specific audience. And now that audience is A, either coming back, because the game is more like what it's supposed to be, or B, it's actually attracting those tac shooters that it's wanted to attract all along. The issue here is that we had a period of Siege where a lot of movement kids were picking up the game because they had all of the shit in the game for too long. We had 4 years of movement gameplay, right? And yeah, that brought in a lot of people that now don't like that that's being removed, but that doesn't make it bad.
As you never played the good old version of Siege. But for the millions of players who played around Parabellum, they were forced to adapt or move on from their beloved game. And
Yes. And that's not a bad thing.
just like this mistake, there were many others. Like suddenly announcing they are from next operation onwards, only releasing one operator in return for a new fancy gameplay element, which the players didn't see the light of day of till 2 years later. Or how about the overly strict—
It's almost like, I don't know, we got hit by a fucking pandemic that forced them to like completely shuffle around the way they worked on things and had to work from home. Damn, that's crazy. It's almost like every single fucking game anywhere saw major delays or cuts in resources. Meanwhile, CSGO is somehow sitting and they haven't dropped an operation in like 2 fucking years. But, you know, they dropped a case at one point.
strict matchmaking restrictions, which means you can basically no longer play ranked with your friends anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He used Parabellum as a good example. Meanwhile, that was the season where they slowed down 3 speeds.
Or the fact that even right now, in year 7, you cannot play a game in the higher ranks without
When you dropped this video, it was actually year 8, so... Shut up, bitch.
meeting a cheater. Did I mention that year 8 is around the corner? And the server still
wasn't
goes—
the weird one thinking
There
that
has
this
a- dude,
dude was
honestly-
doing bullshit.
There has some, like, Solar Raid and now, like, Commanding Force have actually been, like, pretty darn good when it comes to, like, anti-cheat stuff. There was a period in Solar Raid that was pretty bad, but it was very short compared to, like, the seasons before that. But yeah, exactly what Wolf said. Like, name one FPS that isn't really dealing with cheaters.
Tarkov
Go
right
down
now,
every other day?
which is
Or-
swarming completely.
Yeah, Tarkov, even Valorant. Even Valorant, that this Bozo will probably use as a good example of anti-cheat, is also dealing with cheaters. Every single one is.
How about it took ages
Yeah, it's great right now, Hypnos, and welcome back, man. Welcome back.
to unnecessarily rework the community's favorite meme operator, Tachanka?
Did this motherfucker you say unnecessarily rework?
I haven't watched
This
that
guy
part. I
had
just
like
stopped watching at
this guy
point,
had like
you know?
less than 1% pick rate. The LMG was fucking bugged, so it didn't even work half of the time when you actually like had a good spot to use it, because they could just shoot you through the shield. It was fucking unusable. Everyone was screaming for them to rework him.
And only made him worse than before.
Like he could have used any games as an example, but he chose Siege. Like you could use Overwatch. Like Overwatch would have been a good like. I could have actually agreed with his bozo, but this guy's used Reddit takes.
That's like changing Teemo in League of Legends and then making him even worse. But Ubisoft's biggest mistake by a
They made him what? Tachanka used to be below that before he got reworked. Tachanka was down at 40% once before he got reworked.
But Ubisoft's
He's way better than before. He actually sees competitive play now. Here and like on certain maps, he sees consistent play or certain objectives. Like downstairs on bank, he sees consistent play in competitive play. Before the rework, it wasn't picked. It was picked once at a cafe game, and it was G2 who had like a wacky strat with him. But that's it.
biggest mistake by a mile is forcing an idea they had initially from launch onto a game that was going in an insanely healthy way.
This is a fever dream. Why am I not waking up? Force an idea they had. Motherfucker, it's the fucking vision of the game.
Valve doesn't notice too much about their punishment, but Ubisoft is a different story. Their
Siege is literally like their only AAA game that's actually making money. Like, even if you wanted to do this take that like Siege has been doing worse, saying that they are monetarily doing worse because of Siege is just completely wrong. Because Siege is literally like the one thing that's actually making them money, and is one of the reasons why they're now actually, like, since all of their other games are doing bad, like, I know personally that like they're actually putting in more money on Siege right now because it's like the one thing that's actually making money. And because they can't rely on like Far Cry's and Watch Dogs and whatever the fuck, they're actually investing more in Siege right now. Because it's the one thing that's actually making money. So for your shitty example here, it doesn't even fucking work.
oh so desired esports scene is basically dead. During their most recent major in Jönköping, there was an average of 45,000 people watching.
That's still 1.5 fucking Madison Square Garden. Shut the fuck up.
To give you an idea on how insanely bad that is, during the CSGO major in Antwerp in 2022, CSGO averaged on 586.
Wow, that's so crazy. The game that's been around for like 30 years and is free to play is outcompeting a game that's less than 10 years old and is a premium title that you have to pay in order to play. What? That's such a good example, guys. That's such a good example. Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, there are people that have literally played CSGO since they came out of their fucking mother's vagina, alright? Siege has been around for 8 years, right? This comparison is awful. It's such a, and yes, it's also like Siege is a pay-to-play title where CSGO is free. That's a huge difference, right? If you actually want to make like a decent comparison, you gotta pick a game that's like similar in terms of like how old it is, but also like if it's a pay-to-play title or a free-to-play, you can't, like, it's just it's not a good comparison at all. King Julian, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome to Weekend Mode. It's a terrible fucking comparison. It's like comparing a 5th class kid to a college grad. Yeah. Also, yeah, the SI 2023 had a really good viewership. This guy is hand-picking, like, a major that did historically really poorly.
6,000 viewers.
But wow, this guy is cherry picking. Wow, who would have thought?
With a whopping 2.1 million peak during the finals. The finals in Siege peaked with only 121,000 viewers. On top of their esports scene failing, They are also failing in the player base numbers, with over half of the players gone in just 3 years. In Ubisoft's case, we should be happy that when a company makes mistakes that have been made by countless others in the past, that they are actually punished where it hurts them the most. Their wallet.
He's a fucking player count, Andy. The SI average was 106k. Oh no, you can't use that. You can't use that. That's not fair. You can't use an example that disproves his shitty argument. Come on, man, Wolf.
I don't like to
You gotta cherry pick for outrage. Come on.
cheer on Siege's downfall. It's a game I treasure as part of my youth, and I played it so much that I even went semi-pro, contesting multiple seasons with the best of the best in my region.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Wait. Well, dude, if you were a fucking pro who was playing competitive, you should fucking know, right? That the pro scene does not, right? This guy is trying to act like he's somehow competitive and knows the game. Yet, literally 5 minutes ago, this fucking moron was making the claim that the pro scene is being listened to all the time. Look him up. I'm trying to find him. This is it. No. Someone help me find this. 33k idiots agree with him. I mean, he's a rage baiter. That's all he is. I'm trying to find this guy, but I don't think his name was Arch. So he doesn't even have anything to really like back this claim up. I can't even find him. Yeah, literally, at best this guy was tier 4. Dude, there's no fucking shot this guy has played, wait, no, that's not. There's no fucking shot this guy's played 7k hours, and he's this clueless. Motherfucker, I have played 7k hours. I'm tearing my hair out.
The times I went to Lenny...
People agree with him because the point of the video was to talk about TF2, not Siege. That's possible. That's possible. Siege is killing their esports scene with a lack of communication. Again, he's literally just going off of like Reddit rage bait. Because like some orgs wanted to drop out. Meanwhile, he's not realizing that a lot of these orgs that are dropping out, especially the ones that are like fucking NA orgs, are doing so because they're not receiving a $250,000 stipendium anymore because it's not being held in Las Vegas anymore, right? But that doesn't suit his argument, right? It doesn't suit his argument that it's the orgs that are fucking greedy motherfuckers that basically want to be paid to play by Ubisoft. Right? And the Ubisoft actually wants to like the orgs to be genuinely invested in the game. It's fucking insane, dude. And my beloved Benelux esports scene I played in is getting radio silence by their superiors and is set to close. Nintendo killed my dog. What? Okay.
Events are one of the best moments in my life.
Asking an org to drop 60k a month is stupid. But it's not being held in Las Vegas anymore, so they don't have to pay for those gaming houses or anything anymore. They're actually going to be able to save money.
Fortunately, you can only let something disappoint you so much before you have to let it go.
Also, the funny thing is like the game has been growing, especially now lately, like significantly, right? But he doesn't want to use that as an example. In order, with his rage bait, it's still dying.
In the case of Siege and Team Fortress 2, the player base is steadily declining. The
Wait, is he
players
gonna
of
use
those games are
Nintendo
upset
as
with
a...
how they've been treated, and finally realized that the frustrations from playing their favorite game are not worth their time anymore. There is one company, however, that has a player base so loyal that...
Could anyone actually find this guy, like who he was? I searched like Arch Benelux R6. I couldn't find him. The only thing I could do was he did a prediction to make guess the top 4 teams at the 6 Invitational. What the fuck? Ay. That was the only thing I could find. 1984. Okay. Okay, yeah. We know what kind of guy this is.
What?
Oh, he's still... See, this is funny. He's running about here saying that the game is like ruined, but it's like... He's still creating content on it. The Mo. Like, he's still playing the game. So the game is clearly doing something right. If after all of those fucking, like, he's saying like 6 years of becoming artist, he's still fucking playing it. He's still obviously engaging with the community a lot.
If they would burn down their family house and kick them in the balls,
Genuinely shocked he doesn't have Twitter Blue.
Games.
True.
Konnichiwa, Nintendo.
Oh wait, he played
Hey,
for
Nintendo's-
Activity? Did he? Which one is he then? I used to play with Stade. Wait, which one was he? That's a Fiverr account? Oh god. That's what written in his Fiverr account? What's his Fiverr? I mean, I'm assuming it's... Wait. Sorry, chat. Sorry about the flashbang. According to YouTube, it's from the Netherlands.
It sounds Dutch, but
But there's no one in here that is... The only thing I could find is like they have Belgian players. So is he just lying about playing... Oh wait, former. Hungary, Belgium, France. That's France. Wait, oh no, Crapel is Belgium, I'm stupid. Israel. And Austria. So he's lying about that too. Or is it this one? Is this the guy? I never even heard of this bozo.
Yep. Yuri there.
Oh yeah, Arch Meton.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Just found this website as well from Netherlands.
Team. Oh no, that's.
What the fuck is
I
this
can't
thing?
even find his Liquipedia page, bro. Even I have a Liquipedia page.
What even is this team?
So wait, he was on Activity, but they never registered him. Wait, did he like sub in like once? So he's lying about playing comp. Brother didn't even play comp. He played 3 years of T5 comp. Bruh.
Engraved in our early memories. One thing that
Semi-pro. Bro, if he's semi-pro, I'm playing tier 4 right now. If he's semi-pro, then what the fuck am I? Like, again, this is what I'm saying. This guy hasn't done any fucking research at all with any of he's talking about. I don't know about the TF2 thing, but like the Siege, he did the worst fucking research I've ever seen. And this, it is 100% the Panda Global event, by the way. And they were the ones that were doing the fucky-wucky shit and were trying to rage bait people. Right? This guy is literally just surface level research and rage baiting.
and you do not use official licensed Nintendo games and consoles, they will take legal action. They take legal action.
Yes, because if you use their product commercially and are trying to make money off of it, yet you're clearly using it in like bad ways, then yeah, of course they're gonna fuck you over.
Against their own fans. An adult entertainer who had Pokey in her username got an email from Nintendo that she has to change her username or she would get striked. Nintendo set up an entire lawsuit and sued a guy in Vermont for selling a N64 on eBay for $25. Sorry,
I'm gonna call BS on the third one. I definitely do not think that it was just trying to sell a used N64. I definitely think there's more to that story. I mean, I think there's a lot more to all of... I mean, there is. Knowing how much is made up about bullshit in the past, I can almost guarantee that every single one of these points, there's a lot more to it.
I think that's the point he was making with this comment, Nintendo killed my dog. Also, the Nintendo 64 lawsuit is fake news, apparently.
Oh, wow. A guy didn't
That's
do his
most likely
research. That's crazy.
They also forced YouTubers up to recently to give up 40% of their ad revenue if they featured any kind of Nintendo game. This has
They stopped that. That was like 4 years ago. Which, yeah, it was shitty. But why are you using this as an example of them now when it's something that they've literally stopped doing? See, this is also what I hate about a lot of these expose videos, when like instead of bringing up stuff that's actually relevant, they're trying to make the issues seem a lot worse by bringing up points that aren't even relevant anymore. Right? Like, how is this relevant? Like, why are you using this as a bullet point when it's not even a thing anymore? How much have I given the big N for using Zelda OST? None. Ever since they like changed it up, I haven't been claimed once. And they even removed the old claims that they had. All of my videos, like I use Zelda music is in pretty much every single one of my videos. I haven't been claimed by anything in years. Like, not even false claimed. Like, even YouTube have fixed their shit a little bit. Like,
It's to be the most discouraging and dumbest business strategy I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know that they don't like when people just rip off the music fully, which is kind of stupid. Like the whole like Silva Gunner thing, that's kind of shitty. But
worst of all, and this is actually not even funny, they sued a man called Matthew Storman for simply distributing their outdated, unavailable games.
I've found
for
that
a
he
whopping
apparently played in a
$2.1
Russian
million
major league in season 5.
I mean, this is as much as I think it's shitty, right? To sue a guy that's just trying to make, you know, good games available. At the end of the day, the guy was still selling their IPs, pirated IPs, illegally. Like, as long as I think he's morally right, I agree. The guy is morally right, but that doesn't change the fact that he's still just selling pirated games, right? Did he distribute them for free? Yeah, I think they were probably distributed for free, but he probably had like, you know, ways for people to donate to support his, you know, site or whatever. I'm assuming that's usually how these like ROM sites work. They have some ways to like at least make money still.
They practically ruined one of their fans' entire life and chances for a future because he made a website where you can download games like Mario Sunshine that aren't available anywhere else because of Nintendo. They'd rather have a 20-year-old game get erased from history than distributing it elsewhere.
Oh, they had
and
a subsystem? Yeah, see, so there was actually a commercial system to it as well.
Doesn't even hide their malicious intents, as they have the audacity.
Like, as much as I agree that, like, you know, piracy, at least especially to some regards, especially when the games are unavailable, you know, should be allowed, that doesn't change that that is the fucking law. And of course, a corporation is going to, like, pursue, like, with what's within their right. Right, like, you can't blame them for that. Really, it's shitty. I agree, but still,
you cannot make this stuff up. Nintendo has become a ruthless dictator.
Yeah, if you spread pirated games, that is a risk that you're willing to take. Hey, like, and especially if you're making money off of it, yeah, that's gonna get fucking Nintendo's ninjas on you. Yeah.
Nintendo isn't being punished economically. If anything, and this is almost too sad to write down, Nintendo is only getting richer by suing and ruining people's.
I mean, if anything, he could have used Pokemon as an example of the games just becoming more and more soulless and just shittier, but no, he's using
lives.
But
what Nintendo is being punished for, that Valve and Ubisoft do not, is on a moral level. The joyful company, known for their cute games, is more likely than not conscious that they turned into an evil, money-hungry empire. And in the afterlife where they get judged before...
Doesn't change the fact that like 90% of the other shit that this guy has said is complete bullshit, but whatever.
It's heaven. They do not know whether they get in or stay out. That is an unbearable pain that only the malicious decision makers of Nintendo will have to burden.
But yeah, it's also weird, like, he used it with like Ubisoft as well. Like, oh, they want to make money. I was like, yeah. Wait, this is it? Wait, does he have like comments? He must have some comments in like... What the fuck? Oh, he's a weeb. I'm assuming there's like... I need to find like if he has made like some Siege take. Maybe there's a way to like actually like search it. Oh wait, we could do this. Rainbow... Ah! I can't spell. Oh, here we go. Man was doing a looking for team post on the Rainbow Six Reddit. Wait. You play Yuri IV. We're doing Hackaroonies chat. Is this him? Oh, he has JoJo's Bizarre Adventure here as well. Wait, how many? Bro, this guy is just constantly looking for friends. He has no friends. Now that's actually just kind of sad. He's three Reddit posts are looking for friends. Guys, this is so sad. One like, one bad siege take. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, this is his. Archmeton. Yeah, this is his. Okay. All right. So okay. So he didn't even play the game back in. I mean, he might have, but he only played casual in Red Crow Velvet Shell. It was golden health, and then it was basically like he hit plat 3. He did play a lot in Operation Chimera, and even though Parabellum was so damn good, he played it less than Chimera. Interesting. Bruh. And he hasn't played since High Caliber. I don't know, he played in High Caliber, but he hasn't played since. Bro couldn't even hit Champ. XD. He's definitely like a KD Andy. But not a good one. Wait, he's playing... Wait, is he playing right now? Wow, the game is so bad, guys. Don't play it. Goes to play it. He's literally playing it. He's literally still playing it. Dude, isn't that funny? Isn't it funny the people that make like, oh, this game is bad, they don't play it, yet he's still playing it? Isn't that ironic? Donkey hates League, but he still plays it, I think. He still likes the game, he just doesn't want to support Riot. I wanted to see which... Wait, on tab stats you can see... oh no, the... Maybe it doesn't work. I want to see if I can find his operators. This is funny. Top operators, Ash, Jaeger, Vigil. Wow, guys.
Need I say more?
The guy that has no fucking clue what he's talking about is an Ash Jaeger main.
What did you expect, like, honestly?
You know what? I did expect it. It's just really funny to, like, get it confirmed.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to confirm. That's what I wanted to find his account. I wanted to confirm my suspicion that this guy is just an Ash Jaeger main. And there it is. I just wanted to confirm it. Oh my god. That is fucking funny. Oh man. Oh man. That is actually funny. You're level 420 and have 7k hours, so how the fuck should he have 7k hours on level 300? No, Schwartzy. He has 7k hours on Steam because he just leaves the game open. That's it. He does... No.
He plays T-Hunt.
He plays T-Hunt. Yeah, now here's the...
Play us.
Here we have his fucking villain origin story.
Nobody wanted to play T-Hunt with him.
Yeah, true. If you do play comp, you don't get as much time on the you don't get experience on the account.
Yeah, custom games don't count.
But still, this is fucking funny. Of course he's an Ash Jaeger main. I'm so surprised. But yeah, he is still playing the game, but he's talking shit about it. Classic. Classic. Yeah. Alright, chat. This is gonna be it. That was fun. As much as my blood pressure is fucking peaking, that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Ooh la la, teeny weeny string bikini.